All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again here at Cannonballooza in Sellersville, PA, all for Jeff Cannonball, and we are joined by a man who I have to say has probably the best-looking Jeff Cannonball shirt I've ever seen.
Best shirt.
That's the one right there. I mean, we got Cannonball shirts, but
this is the one that's sweet. Yeah,
that is just cool.
You want to stand out, you know?
Right.
There's
Absolutely.
a lot of Cannonball shirts here today. I want to make sure to dig deep to pull out this one.
Absolutely.
This is one of the first runs.
Eric Corvis with the amazing shirt.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Now, could you tell us when you first met Jeff and what was your first impression of meeting Jeff?
Funny story. So I helped train Jeff Cannonball.
Okay. Wow. All right.
At my home.
Oh, wow.
I owned my own pro wrestling ring. I had about an acre of land.
Wow. Okay.
And I was like, anyone who wants to get trained, come to my house, throw me whatever you can.
Right.
Sometimes Jeff would show up with lunch.
Nice.
And that's how he would pay for training that day. And
that's cool.
He vocalized to me very early on. I met him through NWS shows.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
And he got his feet wet a little there, and then we seasoned him up with training at my house, and he vocalized that he wanted to become a deathmatch wrestler.
Wow.
So I started taking him to some CCW shows with me to open the door, and then he was just off to the races. All these years later, he still goes down as one of the top deathmatch wrestlers in the United States, if not the world.
Well, and it's incredible that you say that he knew that right on, that he wanted to be like a deathmatch wrestler from the very beginning.
Right. He had no qualms about what he wanted to do in wrestling and what he wanted out of wrestling.
Right.
And he has one of the funniest minds that I know, and to be able to blend something as vicious as deathmatch wrestling with comedy and it not be weird, it not look out of place. Nobody else has been able to blend those things like Jeff Cannonball has.
And he also knows, like I said, like he can do a kid's show and then go out the next day and then do a hardcore show.
100%. We did a birthday party show one year, and me and Jeff did like hardcore light. We brawled into the porta potty.
Yes.
We had a little blue Gatorade in there.
Yeah.
So I was covered in blue, so it looked like he
that's,
into the actual
that's
water.
great.
Like,
That's funny.
those are the moments that like I reflect back on, because as happy as a day today, it's hard to ignore the underlying aspect. Like, we're losing our friend. ALS is a son of a bitch. And I've been able to connect with him on that level too, because that's how I lost my father. I lost my father to ALS.
Wow.
So I was in his second to last ever wrestling match.
Right.
Where his arm was starting to get weak, and he didn't necessarily know what it was yet because he wasn't diagnosed. That match was that company's match of the year.
Oh, wow.
And that's
very
Jeff
cool.
Incredible.
at not 100%.
Right.
Still able to go out there and perform without the use of one of his arms is crazy. And I've done my best since his diagnosis to help guide him through some of the processes, because there's a lot. As you can imagine, there's so many hurdles. When you're dealing with it, I let him know, you're gonna be able to find out and live through how important you are to everybody.
Absolutely.
There's not gonna be any regrets of, I didn't get to tell Jeff how much he mattered to me. I didn't let him know how much I loved him before this ultimately takes him from us. And that's what breaks our heart. But we have opportunities with like Cannonball Fest last year, Cannonballooza today, to make sure that he knows how loved he is and how much the community cares about him and his family.
Absolutely. Now, Jeff has talked about keeping the joy in life despite all of this.
Yes.
What does that add to say to you about who he is as a person?
It is literally just a description of Jeff. Because even if he didn't have ALS, that would have been his mindset. That's how he lived his life. There is no point for anyone who has ever known Jeff Guerrero that you didn't spend time with him and half of the time you were laughing.
Oh, absolutely.
Because he didn't take life too seriously, man. He's a great husband. He's a great friend. He's a great father. And like I said, even if the ALS thing wasn't on the table, the memories that I have of Jeff is joy. Because I'm smiling every time I'm around the guy.
Absolutely. Now, you just said it. Jeff is a husband, a father to Milo, a first responder, a musician, a wrestler. When you think about everything that he has done outside of this business, what stands out to you the most?
Well, there's a lot of obvious ones, like the ones you just listed, but my personal favorite one is He used to work for a community pool.
Oh, all right.
And he would skimp money from the community pool sometimes to help pay for wrestling training. And he was
That's
like,
crazy.
it's a government community pool. I don't feel too bad about it. So like that'll be the outside of wrestling thing that like always stands out in my head because as it's just silly.
Right.
It's just funny. Oh man, thanks. Oh yeah, I got this from skimming off the top of the community pool. Awesome, bro.
You know, he's got layers, and every time we talk to somebody about him, it seems like we're finding another new layer about him or something, that we never knew, but it's incredible.
That's the thing is that you're not going to find anyone that doesn't have like a funny and genuine Jeff Cannonball story. And then here's another fitting story because we're in Pride Month right now.
Yep.
All of us really deep into the community. All of us allies. I had a party at my house once. I'm not going to say who it was, but somebody made a homophobic joke. It wasn't anything that was like over the line or anything, but it was still it was enough that like take the temperature of the room.
Right.
Sure.
5 minutes later, Cannonball got butt naked and started chasing him around my backyard.
Oh, man.
Are you uncomfortable yet? Does this make you uncomfortable? Oh no! Oh, it was great. It was great for everybody at the party except the one.
Except for the one guy.
Yeah. I don't think a naked Jeff Cannonball chasing me around might be a little.
It's a little scary.
a little alarming, to say the least.
Well, listen. He was an ally then.
Absolutely.
Now, lastly, what does it mean for you not only to have Cannonball Fest last year, but Cannonballooza this year in honor to celebrate not only Jeff but his family and for their birthdays as well?
When stuff like this happens, all we ask is, how can we help? How can we be there for you? The GoFundMe blowing up, the amount of money that was raised at Cannonball Fest, all of these different things are just more and more steps for us to feel like we're contributing because it's so easy, especially with something like ALS, to feel powerless, to feel hopeless, to feel that you have no bearing on what's going to happen.
Right.
But we do, and it's things like this.
Yeah.
That's why these shows mean so much because God, there's guys here that I haven't seen for 15, 20 years.
Right.
It's a reunion, like the whole Chikara family being here.
Sure.
I'm getting to wrestle Hollow Wicked, which is
incredible.
One of my dream matches, but even more so, that was one of Cannonball's dream matches. That match is happening today because Jeff specifically wanted to see that match. No pressure.
Right.
No, not at all.
No, not at all.
I'm just, going in there with Hollow Wicked.
Right, there's no big deal.
One of the best wrestlers on
greatest
the planet. And getting to have one of my dream matches for one of my best friends, and it's one of his dream matches too. So now, like, that's how I contribute.
Yeah.
If I can make him smile during my match with Hollow Wicked, then that's what I'm here for, man. That's what we're all here for. We only have him for a short period of time, and we need to make sure that every memory that he experiences is the most positive that he can. Because at the end of this line, he's still smiling, he's still joking, and if he could remain positive, all of us have to remain just as positive.
Absolutely. Well, just another shining example of how, especially the independent wrestling community, comes together for one of their own.
There's a lot of bullshit in pro wrestling. We know this. We hear the negative all the time. The egos, the politics, the different things like that. These are the opportunities where we can show the world pro wrestling can make a difference. Pro wrestling does matter. It does have purpose. And our purpose today is to have a great day and celebrate our friend Jeff Cannonball and make sure he has the best day possible.
Absolutely. We talk about it on the show all the time. We need more good people in wrestling. But when you come to something like this, you get to see the good people.
The vibes are different.
Yes.
You walk into the room and it feels positive. The air's not thick.
No.
Even just now from where we are, smile.
Yes.
Smile.
Yep.
Everybody is smiling, talking, catching up. This is what wrestling can be. If more people walked into wrestling with that type of mindset, wrestling could change the world, man. It really can. It really can. We're a part of it for a reason, and this is the reason.
Absolutely. All right. Well, some amazing remarks from Eric Corvis here at Cannonball Fest. Stay tuned. Make sure you check out merch online.
Yes.
There's t-shirts. There is
Get the
Sam's
merch.
book. There's a ton of things that you can do. The GoFundMe. We'll have the description in the link below, and we'll have there'll be a QR code on the screen you're probably seeing right now to get to that GoFundMe. So do what you can to help out Jeff Cannonball, and we will be back with more interviews here at Cannonballooza.